When I was 7, I was diagnosed with juvenile rheumatoid arthritis, and I was quite scared actually because I didn't know what was coming.
One morning when I woke up when I was 10, I was just literally paralysed from head to toe.
My mum and my sister have both been diagnosed with arthritis. So yeah, it was very close to the heart.
Belle is 7 and Evie is 2, and they've both been diagnosed with juvenile arthritis.
My work involved sitting on chairs for a very long time because I was a musician. I played the viola and I'd have to sit like this, playing that kind of angle.
I was diagnosed with acute inflammatory arthritis 5 years ago.
Your biggest fear when you first hear that your child is diagnosed with juvenile arthritis is that all the things that you visualised for your child, for them to run and dance and play, that they're not going to be able to do that.
My biggest fear when I was diagnosed was that I wouldn't be able to dance again or do the things I loved.
And I was really involved in my career. It was a real vocation. Playing for an opera, my neck just said, I've had enough of this. And that really was the sad end to a very happy career. So
I was 3 months in bed. I couldn't pick up my children, I couldn't play sport, I couldn't go to work.
As a nurse dealing with people who present with arthritis, it is a variety of problems that they associate with their arthritis. For some people it can be pain, for some people it can be frustration at the limitations that have now been imposed on them.
Before arthritis, I used to be able to write big, long essays, and now I kind of find it a lot harder to write in school.
I wasn't afraid health-wise, I was more afraid money-wise and what I was going to live on. And that just was so worrying. I was frantic, and that's where you need some good backup and good network to help you survive that.
I went into bereavement, I went into shock. I was at loss for the life that I perceived I had lost. I was angry, I wanted information, I wanted help, and I got them through Arthritis Ireland.
Treatment has improved so much, but it is a very difficult disease for many to manage. And groups like Arthritis Ireland have put an awful lot of support there for patients to now access so they understand their condition and their medications.
I literally just got onto the internet and Googled juvenile arthritis, and the first thing that came up was Arthritis Ireland. And immediately I felt like there was a resource and I wasn't alone. And I think any time that you have fear and a lack of knowledge, as soon as you can start to fill that void with information and support, it takes the fear away.
Quality of the information that Arthritis Ireland provides is top-notch.
The helpline, which has been a lifeline to my mum, and they've support on a day-to-day basis.
To be able to talk to somebody with the condition is completely different to talking to a medical person in the hospital.
I got involved in Arthritis Ireland 3 years ago through the 18 to 35 self-management course. That was, I suppose, the point for me where I turned my life around and I took control of the disease.
The following day and started a 6-week course with Arthritis Ireland, and it completely changed my life around.
It was nice to mix with people who had arthritis and know that you could talk and be understood.
The Living Well with Arthritis course shows the individual how they can manage their own illness through a number of techniques which don't involve medication.
Had I not done that course, I think my life would be completely different. But thankfully I don't have to think about that now.
And what Arthritis Ireland have done for me is they've made me aware of other children with arthritis, because I thought I was all on my own.
There's the Juvenile Arthritis Parent-to-Parent Network, which has been set up recently, and that is hugely beneficial because you just realise that you're not alone.
People don't see it as the illness it is. They think, you know, we can all have pain and we get on with it, but they suffer every day with pain.
You could be out and you'd meet someone and they say, how are you? And they say, yes, I'm okay. And you can tell they're looking at you thinking, yeah, you're fine, you don't really have arthritis. Because you tried to be positive, you put the best side out.
And there's a perception that only old people have arthritis, and this is a perception that we're trying really hard to fight.
Most people don't really know that arthritis can be in children. They think it's mainly with old people, with elderly people.
I've heard her tell her friends, I have arthritis. It really makes me happy that when she says it, it's not with shame or fear. It's just kind of part of her life now.
I've dog sled across the Arctic, and I've also climbed Kilimanjaro. I suppose fundraising to find, hopefully, a cure
hopefully that when my kids are my age, that there will be no such thing as arthritis and we'll have a cure.
If I would have one wish in regards to arthritis for my girls, I would wish that they didn't have it. But they do. And so I wish for a cure.